Hi everyone, welcome to the next instalment of this perfume bottle series. We have a very pretty looking and very ornate bottle here labelled Starlight, which I think is a lot of fun. I am sort of thinking about the colour, thinking, well, if it's Starlight, would it be like yellow? But I don't think I can really do yellow glass or gold, or I don't know if it's quite going to work. So I've decided that I'm going to make it blue, sort of like evening colour, you know, that sort of thing. So I think I'm actually going to start, I'm going to choose my blue. I'm using the metallic Castle Arts again, and I'm going to use the darkest blue, which is the Peacock Topaz. And what I'm actually going to do is use the dark blue for the sort of swirly bits that I think maybe might look a bit like metallics. And then inside here, where we've sort of got our glassy bit, maybe do a lighter one. That's my thought. So Peacock Topaz is where I'm getting started. I hope the light's okay today. It's really murky, it's raining, and so here I'm just going to really layer it up here and then fade it a bit and then layer it up here, just so we can get a little bit of shine effect in there, just there like that. And I shall do the same. I can't quite see. I'll just move my head. Yeah, I think that's working. And do it on all the little sections. Yeah, it's raining. I'm rather pleased that I went out this morning. The forecast said it was going to rain first thing and clear up this afternoon, and it's done the opposite. It wasn't raining when I went out this morning, and now it is. So silly weather forecast, but we do live in an area that has its own microclimate, so due to hills. We're in a valley, so the hills around, they sometimes stop the cloud coming over so we don't get the rain, or sometimes they let it across when maybe it's expected they won't. It's all a bit confusing for people trying to forecast the weather. Anyway, but yeah, I popped out to town. It was rather nice. It's Saturday today, recording this, and I wanted to grab a book and some new socks with some of my Christmas money. I haven't spent. Oh, just looking out, it's horrible. I haven't spent it all yet, but I hadn't really thought about what I wanted to buy. I'm really slow at spending money, so I did that. I had a hole in my sock, a pair of socks the other day. I had to chuck them. I was a bit sad. Really nice pair, so I thought I'd treat myself to a new pair, and I've got a really thick, soft, cosy pair, which is lovely, and a book. I should say the book that everyone's talking about at the moment. It actually, by the time this video goes down, the hype might have died down, but I just felt I wanted to have a read for myself, and my sister and my mum want to read it too, so I thought I'll have a read, pass it on to them, and they can have a read as well. So I think I've read a few pages, but I didn't want to get too involved, because I know what I'm like with books is I can't put them down. So I wanted to come and record some videos and not get my head stuck in a book. So I've done that. I hope that's sort of working, looking a little metallic. For me, it's not quite dark enough. I'm going to darken some of it a little bit more to give a better contrast of light and dark, like we did with our silvers on our very first bottle. But I'm just going to go through with my blue, working the same way, and we'll come back and do that a little later, I think. Hopefully I'll remember. Get colouring away, waffling on and forgetting all about what I'm doing. I'm not sure where to make it light. Maybe if I just put a little dark bit in there, we'll leave that bit light in there. Tricky, that one. But anyway, yeah, I don't read a lot. I used to read loads. I did English literature A-level, for those of you in the UK will know what that is. Basically between 16 and 18. You specialise in maybe 3 subjects. My boys are doing theirs at the moment, doing 4. And one of my choices was English literature, so we did. But of course you read the classics, you don't read latest releases. I can't remember what we studied. We studied like Shakespeare, Chaucer, poems as well, Tennyson, Oh, we did King Lear and Bond's Lear. We did The Tempest. Oh, we did Middlemarch. It's a nice book. I like that. Enjoyed that. I've read it so many times. Anyway, so yeah, I read a lot then because we were, supposed to just generally read while we were studying. So we did that and enjoyed it, but now I don't. I have other things. I prefer to colour. You can't colour and read. You're going to say audiobooks. I hear you. I don't know if I've ever listened to one. It's not, when I like quiet, sound is not the same as reading, if that makes sense. I don't know. Maybe I'm not making sense. But no, I like quiet normally in the house when I'm on my own. And if I'm not, I don't want to be headphoned up and not be able to hear what's going on, despite the fact that everyone else tends to be. I like to, know what's going on a little bit. I also find headphones freak me out a bit. It's okay if I'm with other people, I guess, but if I can't hear what's going on, I'm thinking, is this the stopper? I'm not going to colour that with this. If I can't hear noises around me, I get a bit freaked out. This is Mythos Black, and I'm going to darken certain areas just a tad. Yeah, I don't know, I get jumpy. I'm a jumpy person. God, the other day I was colouring away, obviously, as I always do, and my doorbell went and I jumped, and the pencil, I had it here like that. Luckily it was really, I went to the door and I was thinking, oh no, I've ruined my picture. Well, I don't get that upset, you know me, but luckily I came back and there was just the tiniest mark, and it stayed in the lines. I don't know how. Maybe I need to be made jump more, and then I might stay in the lines better. Anyway, but yeah, I'm quite jumpy. So another reason I don't like having too much loud noise when I'm on my own, because then I can't hear, and if I can hear, I'm fine, because I can work out what the noise is. So we have a lot of noises in our houses. You obviously have your boiler. I know you Americans don't know what that is. I can't remember what you call it, a furnace? For basically running heating the water and running the central heating system. So yeah, I can hear that, and my solar panel inverter, which is what converts the power to the right type for the house. And I'm going to go back over that with some more blue. This again, I've gone back to the peacock topaz, and I'm just going to go over those areas that I've blacked out to just darken, to sort of blend in that black a bit. Yeah, and in the summer our houses click. It sounds odd. There's a lot of wood, not on my house, but some of my neighbours got a lot of wood on the outside of their house. It's just the way they're designed. Some have them and some don't. And when it's sunny, it warms up and it creaks when it sort of expands. It's a really lovely noise. I like it. I also have here the front doors in the area. They're really loud. Our front doors echo because we're in a square. It echoes round. And also I've got a flat next door, so we've got an internal front door. I sometimes hear that banging. And I like all these sounds. They feel comfortable. I know what they are. But if I can't properly hear what's going on, I get a bit worried because I'm not too sure. Right, I'm much happier with that now. So it looks supposed to be blue metal. I don't know how well that has come across, but that's fine. I'm happy with it. I like it. Now we're going to choose. Now we've got a few blues. I'm just going to show you so you can see my thoughts. So that's the one I used, the peacock topaz. It's quite a grey blue. And we've got this crystal blue, which is very grey, a lovely bright sapphire, a galaxy blue, azure blue. So I'm thinking that crystal blue is a little bit too wishy-washy, and so is that one. So it's between these two. Now I'm thinking that lovely bright blue might look really nice as glass, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to grab that one. It's called Sapphire. Here it is. And I'm going to use it. Oh, sorry, I've got to wipe my nose. Where it says Starlight, in that section, I think that's glass. Above it, that looks almost like it could be a bit of a gemstone, but I think I'm just going to colour it as glass because it's an odd shape. And then I think this bit is the stopper. So for glass, I'm going to do what I did for the other bottles, is to make it darker on the edge and then lighter towards the centre. It's hard to tell what sort of shape this is, but I'm thinking it's a heart shape, but it might dome out here. So that's how I'm going to colour it. So sort of just lighten it towards the centre really. So layer it up here on the edges in the finicky bits. It's actually easier to do it darker, I find, in those areas anyway. So that's good. A bit darker here, and then start to do less layers coming towards that centre. Also, we don't want to colour too hard over the word. We want to be able to read it nice and easily, I think. I'm going to think that in there we've got a tiny bit. I'm thinking that that might not be the glass. We might be able to see through that, so I'm going to leave it. You could colour it in. It's up to you how you sort of imagine it really. But I'm thinking, like here we can see through here, so I'm thinking maybe it's similar to that. There we go. So I'm not sure what day this video is going out on. As I say, Saturday today. And normally I like to do family stuff on a Saturday, but my son is streaming. He does for a couple of hours on a Saturday afternoon. And what it means is that we can't talk because he's in the main room, the sitting room. I'm just going to darken up those areas, fiddle around with the graduation of colour, just tidy it up really. So it just seemed like a good opportunity to come in here and do a little bit of recording. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing. You can hear him talking. Let's see, yeah. It's 1:05. He was streams at 1 o'clock on a Saturday and 2 o'clock on a Monday. This bit I'm going to do similar-ish, so I'm going to block it out on the edge, and yeah, he's hoping to do a bit more in the holidays over the summer, which I'm sure he will be able to. But there we go. What should we do here? I think we might ignore all those lines and just go all the way around the edge in quite a hard layer. But yeah, if you want to check out my boy's channel, it's a Minecraft, mainly a gaming channel, and there's a link to it on my main Facebook page, as there is a link to my husband's channel as well, but my husband doesn't put much on at the minute. I'm going to sit back and just have a look at that. Yeah, and what I want to do is use my Posca to put some shine lines on like I have on the others. It's a little bit more tricky because we've got this intricate work going on. I am thinking I'm going to sort of pop it in the gaps, like there, there, there. Maybe a bit there. Would it be there? Yeah, I'm going to leave it like that. I'm hoping that because I think it looks quite fun that there, it looks like there's almost a bit of a lighter area behind there, which you could even think might be a light. So it's sort of indicating that the word starlight is, there's some light inside, which I think is quite fun as well, and actually quite a coincidence. Looks like I planned it, but I didn't. Okay, so I think that's it for today for that one. I enjoyed that. I thought that was a lot of fun. You could, if you'd rather, do the intricate work in a silver, like we did for our first bottle, and you might prefer that. But I actually just wanted to try something a little bit different, and I had a lot of fun with that. But you know, it's all open to interpretation and how you think it's going to work. But yes, we'll get on with the rest of these as well. So you should find, I'm hoping that for the next 3 days, the other 3 will be done for you. I'm hoping to record them all now if I don't run out of voice and things to say. But for now, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day and happy colouring.